my summer of improv.
I love summer. In summer, my energy level is very high. I get up very early in the morning. I do 10 different things a day and I don't feel tired. And I like to explore new things to do in summer. For example, last year, I went to the Mediterranean Sea and learned how to sail. And unfortunately this year, I couldn't go on vacation because I started a new job in the spring. So it was my first summer in New York City. I decided to explore new areas of the city as well as the new things to do in the city. Somebody told me about improv classes and it clicked. This is what I want to do this summer. 8-week improv class sounded like endless fun. In the middle of June, I took my first trial improv class and I loved it. I loved my teacher, I loved how we were improvising on different subjects, and I signed up for an 8-week class and paid the tuition up front. I was ecstatic about starting a new course. I was so excited to meet new people who will be in the class having fun with me, and I will be just laugh there. This is what I thought, and this is not what became a reality. First of all, the class lasted 3 hours, and it became an issue on the very first day. Because after 9 hours of working day in a gloomy office, I had to be inside a tiny room with no windows, no air, and it's a summertime. And that new group of people who I was so excited about turned out to be not very cooperative. So instead of laugh, I was doing cry, and being frustrated on top of that. When I took about my 1 hour trial improv class, we were improvising on the cool things like, let's make a scene about squirrel in a laundromat, or let's just like clap our hands, or let's jump from here to here, and then like let's make weird noises like Okay, for 1 hour you can do it. Imagine doing it for 3 hours. It became a torture. And on top of everything, I was not understanding my classmates very well. They used a lot of jargon. Sometimes I would end up finding myself just staying there, looking at the second person in the scene, and not knowing how to proceed or how to just create the scene. The worst part was when we were forced to sing songs. I'm tone deaf. The only 2 songs I know are Happy Birthday. Second one is Jingle Bells, and these are the only lyrics from those songs I know. So I would just stood there silently, and my only desire was to escape that room and forget about improv classes forever. I almost gave up on classes after my 3rd class. I couldn't do it anymore. The only reason why I stayed there is because I paid the tuition up front, and I didn't want to lose my money. At that point, I decided to analyze and try to understand why I felt so horrible at the improv class. It wasn't just because of the tiny room. It was not just because of my classmates. It was something more significant than that. So the essence of improv is to do a freestyle improvisation on a given subject at the moment you are given the subject. It's pretty much like a table talks here, but on steroids. It's not giving an answer to one question, it's the whole length of the time you need to complete the scene. And this is what was very difficult for me. Because all my life, I was using completely different scheme to prepare for the presentation. First, after I was given the subject, I would do more research, collect more information. Then I will move on to prepare for the information. Then I will do the rehearsal, and only after all of that, I will do presentation in front of the audience. At the improv class, you're given the subject, and you are jumping in front, doing presentation in front of the audience. It literally broke the scheme that I had all my life, at my school, at my university, at all of my jobs. After I realized that, my classes stopped feeling that draining. I felt, okay, I can actually develop new skill, and I started performing much better. I became more creative. I was mentally prepared to improvise longer on a special project. By the time I was giving my final improv presentation on the stage, I felt sad that classes are over, as well as the summer came to an end. Improv classes learned me a very valuable lesson. The most discomfort comes not from the external environment. It comes from the internal feeling. When you have to adjust the way you think and the way you act, this is like it's a rejection from the first time. But then when you acknowledge that, you are able to build a new skill. And yes, my summer was not as fun as I thought it would be, but I learned a very good skill. And now I'm really looking forward to use this skill. So whoever will be a table topic master at next meeting, please call my name because I want to improv. Thank you.